are standing at Staples Center. Paul is bumped. Paul shoots. Paul great. Chris Paul gives the Clippers a 5-point lead with 32.
Ready to depart for someplace warm. And sometimes focus is not all there on some teams.
They can come back or actually come back as they trail early. Come back and win this thing. Paul.
Big screen by Griffin. Freeze right now if they can. Trailing by 3.
And Chris going to be tested right there.
Paul for 2.
And Tuesday here for the Lakers is 91-85. Kobe only had 4 points in the game, so a lot of people wondering how he would come out tonight with a shot out.
Paul does a little dance with Price.
Beautiful.
Home on a lead.
In seconds as the shot clock is turned off. Paul, the runner. Oh, first half.
How about this? In complete command, change of pace, has to adjust his shooting.
Blake and the Clippers put on a show.
There's a steal by the guy who leads the league in steals, Chris Paul, who'll go all the way to the bench.
He's been coming off the bench and no reason to mess with his role. He's been effective in that role. Paul.
Yeah, they had a 17-game win streak as Paul gets inside.
George Hill has done this, but watch this. You can see Jan Mahimi is reacting.
Less than 4 minutes. Straight away, Chris Paul.
Hurry here.
4 in the shot clock. Long 3 ball.
Obviously, it's been crucial.
Paul. It's a 7-0 Darren Collison run. That is immediately hard not to give it to him. He was the only. He was Paul, the runner, and get J.R. Smith of the Knicks has unlimited range. Paul. Stolen by Paul. Beaubois in pursuit. Paul on the steal. And lays it in.
It was really a no-nonsense type post. It was obvious. They're
Shooting at a 10.
Paul, wide open 3 ball. Bingo. The shooting team in the league coming out on this road trip. Chris Paul be leaning all over Blake Griffin.
He is a big force.
Paul's jump shot. Paul wide open. They dared him to shoot.
Carmelo in the low post.
Paul just waiting over there in the corner here today.
Well, Mike, they're 19-6 with this small lineup, so they're
Like the other way. Nice fancy surge is woken up the crowd a bit. But Chris Paul for Anthony. Final 8 seconds. Paul used the Griffin screen, shoots over Thomas. The exception of Matt Barnes, who's in instead of DeAndre Jordan for the Clips. Paul coming into the paint, got around. And that's what I was talking about before, covering a lot of college ball and Big Ten. Paul, again, minute and 8 seconds.
the softness. Watch the softness of the shot.
All 5
valuable, but he calls Thaddeus Young his most important player.
But the Clippers made him expendable when they brought in Jamal Crawford.
Not a shooter.
There's the takeaway by Chris Paul, his second steal. He'll go all the way to the hole.
Of Jordan and Ryan Holland in this ballgame. He's been playing pretty well.
Paul.
You're not going to get a better one.
Paul gets it off in time. Back to work. That was almost the play of the year. That lob to Jordan from Paul. Paul
gave Bledsoe, the youngster, a chance to play, but there's nothing like having Chris Paul at the end of games. Chris to the rim. You better be ready, Chris. There's a lot of contact.
Chris Paul over Nash.
I should say Vinny. I might be talking to Vinny about that. The minute schedule. He has just over 16 minutes on the floor tonight. All he's done is shoot 7 for 10 and score 21 points.
Of course, turned out that way because the lack of a consistent pick and roll. And
keep pressure on them. He just walked. Because you don't have any presence in the post without Roy Hibbert there.
Just 2 of 7.
Which means David West, they've doubled up. That one had a miss. Stevenson has to do a better job recognizing who was about to get the last shot. It would have been better if
George and then lost it.
All-star against all-star for a minute there. Paul George.
Out to Paul.
I mean,
In is Paul. Shot clock at 7. Diving down again. Paul's jump shot. Good. Point lead. Paul again. Oh. Inside, scores against Paul. Shot clock at 8.
That's a lot of time for Chris Paul.
The Los Angeles Clippers are hoping that, and I think he will, that Chris Paul will stay in Los Angeles.
Maybe not the matrix that he used to be. Willie Green nails a three. Griffin comes back. Paul with the steal. He leads the NBA in that department. Barnes, that's a two-pointer. Now he's mad. Leans in, finds Barnes. Hop step and three.
Points for Clippers.
Nowitzki dribbled it off his foot. Paul, Barnes. The NBA, especially on their home court. Paul, good defense from Beauvoir. But Barnes, three straight on. Crawford straight on three.
Bash into the ball game. Paul drops it in to Griffin to go. Good open look for Butler. Bingo.
I think so.
Record is 4. Goes by countless towards off any shot attempt. There's a steal by Chris Paul. Leads the league. Has Willie Green with him. Willie low. Ball.
Close game.
They led by 7 going into the fourth quarter in Denver.
And
Against Mickelson. Kick to the shooter. Butler for 3. Big screen from Griffin. The pick. The roll. The go. The
how hard they were working.
Griffin about to return for the Clippers. Odom for the game said he wasn't 100%. And the odd thing is I just haven't had any practice time. Outlet to Paul. Good low post position by Griffin. Got there. Griffin to Paul. Back to Blake to the hole.
But you got the versatile guys like Odom and
Hill. Griffin back to Paul.
Don't get trapped over there.
Griffin in close. Spins. Kind of lost track.
Back the other way, Chris Paul. Hey, George, I got Felton down here. Don't shoot a three. Oh, okay.
Smith would have forced that shot. He was looking all the way. Oh, look out.
Says the Clippers led by as many as 13. We're up 7 right now. At 6 threes. Winning at the Knicks game. Back-to-back.
This is a Philadelphia. They do not make outside shots, and they do not get to the foul line. And
Griffin
on a plane headed there when they were doing the Crawford deal.
At the airport. Down the lane. Griffin double clutch it.
All things seem to be restored. All of a sudden, the Clippers are again the fast-breaking.
Back issues. Ball's taken away. Another steal for Paul. The lead pass to Griffin. Slammed up.
Off camera, if you will.
When he's making jump shots, that makes it really difficult.
Lakers have started 0 of 8, and they've had turnovers, numbering 3. It's Paul. Billups teeing up a 3. Chauncey.
0 block shots. This guy's a first-team all-defense in the NBA year after year. Another thing, they're coming back, and we see the lob pass in the air.
Now having the same group. Watch this again. The hang time.
10-9 Clippers. Paul finds Butler on the baseline.
So you can see with Blake Griffin, if he doesn't get a lob, they don't really get much going.
Challenge from Lamar. That size on him.
Two veterans going at it nicely. Oh, Paul.
Away off 1 foot, and my man Chris Paul, he's just being so aggressive. Little ball screen. Always.
The takeaway. Here comes Paul. He's got Griffin behind him. There's the lob. There's the jam.
We're going to look at this. Watch J.J. Redick. He's going to kind of go back and go after Blake.
The court right now is 39-20 in this game. 39-20. The lob. The jam.
He barely even gives any indication he's throwing that long.
He's so dangerous. Flips on top. Ball, the bounce to DeAndre. The slam with 2. Ball brings it back up court. The lob. The jam.
Beautifully shooting a 15-footer. And he even makes it look like a shot. And of course, tipped away by Grant Hill. And Blake running left.
The bounce. Slammed up.
And of course, this break. And it just came to fruition. They'll be able to run better than most bigs in the league.
Ball. The Hill. The run slam.
4 coming off a good ball game against Charlotte.
But he's had a lot of bad ball games lately. Down low to Barnes.
I'm on the air saying Orlando got the best of the field. Look at that bounce pass.
Trajectory of this pass. Man, oh man. The Griffin slam dunk with a...
He's full of play all at the same time. He's going for a right-handed. He switches.
Back before they wound up potentially losing him down the road.
Barnes a three.
Ball finds Griffin.
Him, because he's knocked off balance, and Mahaney comes over and gives him the right point. Now this is why it was the only reason they let it go, because he got the hands of